To be honest, all the food in the recipe images looks very delicious. I'd eat many of them. Even tossing in spicy peppers into a cooking pot introduces a delicious looking sauteed peppers dish. Hell, sauteed nuts look delicious. As we know, cooking is very important in Tears of the Kingdom. The dishes are extremely useful, and at times just necessary to get certain buffs. And although you can cook simple boring dishes like another meat skewer, you can also cook actual dishes that look very special. Very nice. I mean, they're realistic looking dishes. They look nice. I'm not ranking based on power or usefulness. That stuff's important, but I want to appreciate just the look of these unique recipes and just show some appreciation to those. So here's some favorite dishes of mine. There's like 200 recipes in total, or of things you can do with food. There's a ton you can do with food. You can even just sear meat and stuff. You can freeze meat. You can do all this stuff, or you can just cook and cook well. For example, the buttered stam bulb. So even just the regular stam bulb is a new Tears of the Kingdom recipe. And then the buttered stam bulb, which is stam bulb and goat butter. There's so much you can do with rock salt and stuff even. If you add in rock salt to your meat, to your mushrooms, to your vegetables even, you get some salt grilled stuff, which is pretty cool. Like I said, it's these little details that are great. I was also surprised to see deep fried drumsticks, which is new. It's a new recipe to Tears of the Kingdom. If you use some oil jar and then raw bird drumstick, you can get a deep fried drumstick. And then you can also do deep fried thigh with oil jar and raw bird thigh. You can do deep fried bird roast, which is a whole ass bird. It's an oil jar and a raw whole ass bird. A noteworthy one, new one's simmered tomato, which is just the Hylian tomato, is also new to Tears of the Kingdom, as well as the fruity tomato stew, which is tomato, milk, and rock salt. And then there is also tomato mushroom stew, any mushroom, Hylian tomato, tomato seafood soup, Hylian tomato, any seafood. There's cream of vegetable soup, interesting. There's a lot of different stuff, cream soup and whatnot. One that I took note of that was interesting was creamy heart soup, which is a hearty radish, hydromelon, volt fruit, and fresh milk, and enjoying this sweet soup with another person will bring you both close together. Wow, it's just a heart in some creamy soup. If you add in coarser bee honey, you get glazed items. So you can get glazed veggies, glazed mushrooms, glazed meat, glazed seafood. There's a lot of, curry that you can do if you mix in Hylian rice, of course. I know that's quite obvious, but I forget sometimes. And with Tears of the Kingdom introducing like Hateno cheese and whatnot, it looks like it was introduced, and then that has a lot of new recipes. So like there's cheesy curry now. That's Hateno cheese, Hylian rice, and Goron spice. That sounded fun to say aloud. There's a lot of other cheesy dishes that are new to Tears of the Kingdom. I also like the meat stuffed pumpkin. That's quite interesting. The pumpkin is really cool. There's a cool seafood paella that is armored or mighty portage razor claw crab or iron shell crab, rock salt, goat butter, and Hylian rice. Very cool. There's a crunchy fried rice, which is new to Tears of the Kingdom. Any meat, Hylian rice, oil jar, bird egg. That's interesting. Cheesy meat bowl. There's the prime cheesy meat bowl as well, and a gourmet cheesy meat bowl. Isn't that interesting? I think so. Then there's a lot of rice bowls. There's veggie porridge, which is also new. I like the wheat bread, just rock salt and tabantha wheat, just bread. But there's also melty cheesy bread, Hateno cheese, rock salt, tabantha wheat, and that's a new recipe for Tears of the Kingdom. Another new one is Hylian tomato pizza, which is tabantha wheat, Hateno cheese, and Hylian tomato. Awesome. You can make pizza now. That's fantastic. There's also cheesy tomato, which is a new dish, Hylian tomato and Hateno cheese. There's also cheesy baked fish, which is new. It's any seafood and Hateno cheese. Then we can go down to the cheesy omelet is new. It's bird egg, rock salt, goat butter, Hateno cheese, and any mushroom or any vegetable, flour, or herb. You can also get hot buttered apple. It's not new, but I like the look of it. You just need apple and goat butter. I like the coarser bee honey dishes, like the honeyed apple, the honeyed fruits. I think that's really cool. You can also have honey candy, which I didn't know. I never thought to put just coarser bee honey into a dish, but you can make honey candy with it. That's so cool. My fried bananas look awesome. It's Mighty Bananas, Tabantha wheat, cane sugar. Children love fried Mighty bananas. The trick is frying them over very high heat. Okay, interesting. There's egg pudding that I found really cute and cool looking. It's fresh milk, bird egg, cane sugar. You got crepes in this game. Plain crepe. There's wild berry crepe. There's honey crepe. There's also cakes. Nut cake. So the nut cake, acorn or chickaloo tree nut. Goat butter, cane sugar, Tabantha wheat. Fruit cake looks delish. Wild berry or apple, any other fruit, cane sugar, and Tabantha wheat. Then there's carrot cake, which is any carrot, cane sugar, Tabantha wheat, goat butter. Pumpkin pie, which is a fortified pumpkin or sun pumpkin. Cane sugar, Tabantha wheat, and goat butter. Then there's also cheesecake, and that's new. Hateno cheese, Tabantha wheat, cane sugar, and goat butter. Gotta use the cheese. Now we have cheesecake. There's also pie. There's fruit pie. There's also apple pie that looks delish, using an apple, Tabantha wheat, cane sugar, and goat butter. Delicious, delicious. There's just milk. Also new is the Noble Pursuit, a popular fruit juice in Gerudo Town. Its tropical flavor will cheer you right up. You can just buy this, or you can make it with palm fruit, hydromelon, volt fruit, and rock salt. And like I said, that one's a new Tears of the Kingdom recipe. Then there's monster stuff you can all even make, but what surprised me was dark. With the dark clumps, you can like cook with them and produce something, which I know is probably obvious, but I never did that. I never used them or thought about cooking with them, and so it's news to me. But you can make dark stew, which is dark clump, any meat, any seafood. There's dark soup, which is the dark clump, Tabantha wheat, fresh milk, goat butter. A gooey soup built on stewed dark clump. It's really weird looking. It's got low-level gloom protection. That's cool. There's dark curry, which looks horrendous as well. It's dark clump, Goron spice, Hylian rice. And then dark rice balls, dark clump, Hylian rice, rock salt. Again, all this stuff is new. And then my favorite, dark cake, which is a dark clump, cane sugar, goat butter, Tabantha wheat. What is happening with these? That's very interesting, and so I'm so glad to now know I can cook my clumps, my dark clumps, and then make like dark cake. I need to make more dark cake. So yeah, and then of course, I didn't go through every recipe. There's so much more, and there's so much more baked stuff, charred stuff, roasted stuff, frozen stuff, all that. But I just wanted to point out some of my favorites or ones that stuck out. I hope you learned something or, enjoyed the video. But either way, thanks so much for tuning in and watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye! Please tell me your favorite dish as well. I forgot. I would love to hear it, or your cooking recommendations. Thanks again, and bye-bye.